guys. A lot has happened, so I'm really eager to get to it. First off, my job, the department where I was working, has been canceled. It's been gutted out, yes. But I've been working through a temp agency, and the good news is that I've accepted a job at the doing the same thing, but with the company that's taken over that department of where I'm working. And I'm excited. I get the main part, okay, other than the $2 more per hour, I'll be working at home, and I, I feel, because no one can presumably see me, I feel this urge to get dressed up as Samantha, and I've been thinking all about it the whole week. It'll give me a lot of time to practice, and that's the only time sometimes. All right, I'll admit, okay, that's the only time that the only reason sometimes that I get dressed. So I was wondering about, just entertaining that thought, I was wondering about getting dressed up more often as Samantha. Now, I don't know if I've gone out before, but I guess I'll have to work on my voice. I don't know if I'm quite ready to go out full time, but I'm really, that's not to say, of course, look at me now. That's not to say that I've really worked hard to get where I am. I'll still have to work at my voice. I know it sounds probably a little rickety right now. I have to practice I'll have to practice birth control. No, I'll have to practice breath control. But I think it's coming along. I'll just use those times to dress up at home when nobody can see me, and it'll be a great practice. And hopefully, in a few months, I'll be able to go out and feel more relaxed. I don't know about this chin, whether I'll ever really pass. And that gets me to my next thing here. I was looking into IPL. I don't know what it's called, but it's a device that you hold, and you put it over the skin, and it reduces body growth, hair growth. So, which is something I would certainly need when I'm shaving. All over. And the great thing is, see, I was worried about this. I was worried about maybe side effects like cancer or, laser too close to the skin. But I looked into it, at least online. The effects wear off, and you start regrowing. Your hair does regrow in a matter of weeks. Maybe 6 weeks. I'm just throwing a figure out. Don't rely on that too much, but after a matter of weeks, the hair does grow back, and so it's best if you do it at an I forget, there are different phases of growth for a hair follicle, and you want to do it during I want to say analog. It's not analog. It's and something or other. But you want to do it at that spot, and you have to do it several times. And over a period of time, it merely reduces the hair growth. So I feel better about that. I've also been curious about something more permanent. Not that I was contemplating it, but I looked into HRT, just out of curiosity, more so for the YouTubers, the YouTube content creators that I subscribe to. Um, Now, there's one, Mel Cross. Um, I had stopped looking at Mel Cross's. I still subscribed, of course, but I stopped looking at Mel Cross's videos because I thought that because Mel Cross looks so feminine that there's a little tweaking of the body there, maybe surgery. So I didn't want to compare myself to somebody who has already had um, surgery. That's why I don't get into following too closely at trans people, because I'd be comparing myself to somebody who's it would be unfair to compare myself to somebody who's physically had their jaw reconstructed and a hormone therapy and so forth, which I'm not taking and I don't plan on ever taking. Um, but the good news is, surprise, Mel Cross even though Mel Cross comes across so femininely, and I admit I felt very envious. Um, Mel Cross says that there's been no hormone therapy, no surgery other than growing hair. Now, I don't know how Mel Cross could have gotten hair that long, but apparently it's possible. Now, I'm going to move over to Finster, who does TikTok videos, and a lot of his videos are then chopped up into, I think by somebody else, chopped up into smaller videos and put on YouTube. So a lot of people have suspected that Finster has been cheating and been taking hormones. So I saw a video recently, maybe it was posted yesterday, that that he has been taking hormone. I don't know how long, but he's been taking hormone replacement therapy. So as much as okay, so I looked into it, and what the effects are, both positive and negative, and it seems on the positive that it would redistribute body body redistribute body weight, probably reduces muscle as well, but when I saw concern about cancer and horrible side effects like heart attack and stroke. Now, I've had a stroke before already. It was a minor stroke. It was in the end of 2017, like around December 30th. And I don't need another one. Certainly, I don't need another one. Excuse me. I'm proud of my necklace right here. I want to be sure it's positioned correctly. Okay. So I think I can get by just doing this. The one exception, like the breasts and the arm, the shoulders, I think I can get by pretty well. The one thing that I always cringe at is my jawline. I think from here up looks pretty good. I think now one other thing I could do is right here having my ears pierced. Could be. Now what I am planning on doing is my eyebrows, feminizing my eyebrows. And the reason why one looks kind of awkward is because it was do it yourself. It was home care, and I was using scissors and a shaver and probably the worst things, but I was trying. And so if you can see, oh, this one, Now maybe because my eyes are off center a bit, but for whatever it is, for whatever reason, um, it wasn't done by a professional. And I looked online. There are professionals. Um, so what I've been doing is letting it regrow, and I've become kind of friends, acquaintance. See, there's a at the shopping mall. There's an Ulta and there's a Macy's, and within the Macy's there's a Clinique store. And I know my voice went down. That sorry, um, Clinique store, and there are two women there in the Clinique store. I've been going in, and as a matter of fact, like every week now. Um, and this past week, I'm really proud of myself. I showed my good photos. I'll get to that. There's an interesting story about that. Um, but they agreed, I think, and I agreed that I think my face is pretty good. Now, the photo itself was dark, and it was more a matter of lighting. Um, but I'm really pleased. I'm really happy that now I can't. You, of course, you wouldn't be able to tell in this lighting. You wouldn't be able to tell that I have blush right here. It's supposed to look peach, but it's being drowned out by the light, of course. Hold on. Maybe I can do something. Hold on. Hold on. Let me show you what it looks like without. As long as we're doing a lighting test, let me turn off the. I have one of those rings for making videos. Let me turn that off. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so this is what it looks like without the lighting. Um, See if you can see right there. You can make out shading. Now I curved it upward a bit. I always sweep it back for the blush, and I brought it forward and curled it up. And I need to make my cheekbones higher to make it look more feminine. A woman's makeup, a woman's cheekbones are a bit more prominent than a man's, and a bit higher. So, all right, let me turn the highlight back on. Hold on one minute. Okay. Okay, good. All right. So I am wearing blush. It doesn't show up. Okay, so where was I? Oh, yes, feminizing the eyebrows, and oh yes, so the two women, they agree with me that basically I'm doing a good job. I physically cannot do anything about my jaw as much as I'd like to, and as much as it's a drawback. I think it's my only drawback. I'll continue with my voice. The piercings, I'm not quite ready to do pierced ears yet. Although I think I can get away with the eyebrows. See, the eyebrows can always grow back in. I don't want to do anything permanent. Now, there's somebody I follow. He subscribes to me, and I subscribe to him. And his name is. He goes on YouTube as Captain. Oh shoot, I'm trying to remember. Captain Robert April, and he's a Star Trek fan, of course. And there's been like a drama with somebody else who has been contemplating hormone replacement therapy, and he's been cautioning her through these videos. He's been cautioning, please don't do anything permanent. His motto is that don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything stupid that's irreversible. And I agree with the same advice. especially with hormone replacement therapy, um, it's it tries to rewrite your body, and it there's another person that I follow. Her name is Shapeshifter, um, and she had replacement therapy, she has sexual reassignment surgery, and all that. And now she's speaking out, as somebody, speaking out about the warnings. Um, and I think she would say that we should promote things like what I'm doing. That's why I feel like like a social obligation to make myself prominent, um, because I believe that I have or autogynephilia to some degree. That's the closest I've come to it, which would be like an attraction to yourself as a woman, looking yourself as a woman. Now, in my case, I've covered these videos before. Um, I feel, and it's the same thing with mermaids. Like growing up, um, I felt this attraction both to women on TV and mermaids, and especially women with supernatural powers. Um, it and also contortionists too. Um, I felt both an attraction to them and like a desire to bond with them. Am I the only one? Um, Truly, no. I am asking, am I the only one who feels like that? Um, so um, it's. I think. I think. Um, I think autogynephilia fits it best. Um, so what I've said before to a friend is, if I don't feel like dressing up, I can just decide not to. Um, I identify as a man. Um, there are moments when I wish I could shapeshift, and that's partly why I'm doing all this. I'm curious. Like, there's some femininity. We all have masculine and feminine aspects. We all have, and it's in the chemistry. Like, we both have estrogen, and we both have, I think it's androgen or testosterone. Um, and it's just that women have more of estrogen than the other, and men, of course, have less estrogen and more of the other. But I think it communicates into the brain, and for some of us, maybe more than others. And I feel like a whole person um, by doing this. And there's a quote from the Bible that basically Adam started off as a single androgynous being, and was split into both male and female. And I think, although it was a writer, maybe they knew, maybe they're very philosophical, when I'm researching. As a matter of fact, in my Visionary Ventures video that I'm planning on tomorrow, and I was on the fence, really deciding, thinking about keeping this look, and doing that video as Samantha. But I really don't want to confuse the two channels, because nobody's spoken out about it yet. But they're the two really don't go together. They may be different audiences. I mean, this channel here is specifically made to showcase, to document. I can tell my voice is getting lower and lower. Sorry about that. Um, um, to document my progress as Samantha, and hopefully maybe performing as Samantha, maybe singing, songwriting, or something like that. Anyway, so that's what this channel is about. The other channel is about more exploring yourself And even though this is partly exploring myself, um, exploring the universe and exploring theories, and it doesn't really fit into this specific channel, which is content, developing myself as Samantha. Um, so anyway, um, where was I? All right, so where was I? Darn it. Oh well. All right, so the other oh yes. I was seriously contemplating keeping my look as Samantha. But the Bible. Yes. All right, so there's a they were very smart. Tomorrow on Visionary Ventures, I'm going to talk about the ages in Genesis 5, chapters 5 and 11, where scholars have been speculating and trying to find patterns to the extraordinary ages of the 10 ones before the flood and then 10 descendants after the flood. And I noticed patterns. I'm really eager to share that with you tomorrow. But anyway, yes, philosophers, I think the ones who wrote the Bible, especially the 5 books of Moses, were very smart and philosophical. So it could be that they already had in their minds the male and female, each of us having male and female aspects. So let me go back to my thing here. I was talking about weight loss. I've been drinking. So at work, a couple of weeks ago, I felt faint and I couldn't sit up straight, and I went to the hospital. Of course, you know what it was? It was a slightly lower sodium count. So the person recommended. I wasn't even taking. They were talking about putting me in overnight, but fortunately, here I want to get my thing there a bit more visible. But anyway, fortunately, one of the attendees recommended Gatorade. Then I talked to a coworker, and she said, "Get Gatorade, Zero." So I'm already on my third Gatorade 6-pack, and I've gone through Glacier Freeze, and I've gone through the white one, gone through the blue one, which I think is Glacier Freeze. Now I'm on the grape. Okay, so I've read now. I've purposely avoided drinking any of these power drinks because I figured they were filled with so much sugar, and so I just avoided it. Of course, meanwhile, I was snacking on cereal, right, and soda. But I cut out and ice cream. But I cut out the sugar. I cut out all these other things. But it's a lack of electrolytes. Now, I feel that maybe the electrolytes, I've been not ingesting enough electrolytes in my body. So that may have something to do with the weight gain. All right, I'll be open and frank with you. Okay, here's what I'm wearing. If I step, okay. I can't get back too far because, but you can see I'm wearing a skirt, jean skirt. So, all right, so you've seen enough. Okay, but you can see my waistline goes down and then right around the hip, which is actually pretty good for something, dressing up like this. But it goes down and then it goes around, and then where my legs are, they go straight down. So there's this little annoying hump. What's more annoying, now here's something like more psychological. What's annoying is that the last time, months, like easily like 6 months ago, I weighed about 205, let's just call it 200, okay? Now, Then I saw like some of my inspirations to do this, that it was possible. Um, there's Girl Time with Paola. The I don't know how to crossdresser. I'll refer to Paola as she. Okay, so she has mentioned she's about 5'6" and I'm 5'7", so we're about a perfect match there. And she said that she's 140 pounds, something like that, which is way off from my 200. um, and then Mel Cross is, I think she said it in centimeters, and she said, which she thinks equates to 5'8", and she has a wonderful figure, but oh my gosh, a wonderful figure, like to die for. Um, almost, I'll get to that. To die for. 5'8", and she's like 120 pounds. I mean, 120 pounds. Um, Now I've got to lose weight, especially if both for this and just in general. Now I've known that the ideal weight for a man is about 170, 160, 170. And I was at some point, I think I was at 195, and then I think I was at 180 maybe, just after the stroke. So I need to get back down to healthy average weight. Now, I covered in earlier videos, I covered that I changed my diet. I'm still not exercising the way I should be. But aside from that, I have, now I discovered actually that there's a lump right here. I've always known that there was a lump right here. Little tidbit about myself. There's been a little lump right here. Now I thought that when I learned that I had, hypothyroidism, I thought maybe that was the thyroid gland. It's not. I was talking with a coworker. The thyroid is more down here. So the coworker said, "Oh, don't worry. That's just added something about calcium or something builds up skin. Skin builds up. It just." She said we all had it. She said she had one in her neck too. Um, I'm very relieved about that. Um, so at some point, maybe I can get that removed. Okay, so it's not so bothersome as I thought. I thought maybe it was hyperactive, or like that was a hypothyroidism, and it was just pulsating or something. No, that's different. Um, so, so I still have hypothyroidism. I think because that deals with metabolism, that maybe that also plays a factor in me combating this weight problem. Okay, I can't deny, again, I need to do more exercise, but I've changed my diet. I showed you before in an earlier video, I have a cute 64-ounce water bottle, and I should be drinking that more often. Now, um, the weekend before I fainted, I didn't, the weekend before the work day, it must have been Monday, when I felt faint and I couldn't, sit up straight in my chair. Um, that weekend before that, I was drinking more water, ironically, to try to lose weight and to try to kickstart my metabolism, and just to reduce the amount of salt. And maybe I did it a little too much. Maybe my body wasn't used to that much dilution of salt. So whatever the case, I felt faint, and so I got home, and within 24 hours, I got a nice 6-pack of Gatorade. Um, Gatorade Zero, no sugar. But I looked, and apparently Gatorade sugar, or Gatorade, Gatorade sugar, that's normal. Gatorade Zero, while not having sugar, does have like aspartame and other artificial sweeteners. So that's still not good. I did find there's Gatorade Fit, which is for something else. Um, anyway, I thought about that. That was this morning, and I think I'm good at Gatorade Zero, but I've been drinking one every day, practically. I think that's too much because they warn. They warn that drinking too much, although while electrolytes are good for you, and they do help with losing weight, um, too many, too often, like drinking it like water. And I was drinking one a day, so that may be too much. Maybe spreading it out a bit would be better. And I keep looking at online at like what foods are good for losing weight, and I see the same things. I see um, now I'm playing the part of nutritious, right? I see grains. I've been buying bread that has multigrains. Um, I need to drink more water. I need to go back to drinking that water. Drink less Gatorade Zero. It'll also help with my wallet. um, but I see protein. Oh yes, I forgot about that. I got a nice rotisserie chicken from a big chain supermarket, and looking forward to devouring the rest of that. Right, but I wanted to keep my makeup good. I didn't want to have it plastered all over my face. Um, all right, so blah 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 blah. I'm still in the midst of working out this diet. I've got to lose the weight, um, because I think that's a critical factor in me passing. If I could, in me passing, and in me just for overall health. Because I think a lot of me doing this, as I've said before, um, has side effects that are very healthy. For one, paying attention to weight, extra motivation. Number two, the voice control and voice, um, keeping my vocal cords healthy, and just good practice for speaking. And I'm gonna practice more with walking in heels. Now today I'm going to be walking in wedges, um, to build myself up to walking in heels. My foot, my I mentioned the stroke, the minor stroke. I was conscious the whole time, but the my ankle. If you like, this is my ankle, right? My leg, my ankle. It's still sometimes is not strong, as strong as it could be. So I need to strengthen that. During outpatient therapy and probably inpatient therapy, the therapist came up with some exercises, and she would have me like balance on my toes, like up, like up, up, like that, and staying that way for a while and raising back down and up. So I haven't been doing that as much as I should be, but hopefully with learning to walk in heels, which at some point, if I want to pass, if I want to, especially if I want to perform, I need to walk in heels. So I'm working on wedges right now, and then working off onto heels later. Let me. I'm debating whether to mention this other thing. That Okay, I'll mention it now. Okay, remember at the beginning of this video, I mentioned that I had taken a picture, and I was showing it around to me. Oh, I didn't talk about the brows. Okay, so I'll get to that in a moment. Okay, so I have this picture darkened skin. The lighting was off. Um, and I showed the two women at the Clinique store. Um, this is the same picture that I posted on, it must have been Facebook. I have two accounts. I have my main account on Facebook and my Samantha account on Facebook. Samantha Bahar, Bahar. Um, and I got this message uh, from someone, a man. Um, Now, I don't know if he was a scammer. I'm just relying on what the text was. Because I went to his profile and just saw two pictures. So, and they were, he was standing in front of a statue in the background. So, and anyway, all right. So he mentioned, could I ask you, Samantha, could I ask you something? Sure. Um, he mentioned he was divorced and he had a daughter and he lives in another country. And he was wondering if I could be his girlfriend. Um, and uh, uh, so I was a little intrigued because, for the sake of being his girlfriend, but I was a little intrigued because does he think I'm really a woman? If so, um, so he asked me, um, he asked that of me. So I wanted to be honest. I said we can, sure, online. I was a little hesitant, but if he is sincere, I didn't want to break his heart. So um, sure, we can. I said something like we can chat for a while online, and he asked me what that meant, and so I said we can't be boyfriend and girlfriend in real life. For one thing, he's in another country. But he said he could move to this country. It's a little drastic. Um, so I said no. He asked, "What is it? Real life? What does that mean?" And I said, I came clean and I said, "I like women." A little curious what he would say. Would he catch on? And he said, "Are you a lesbian?" Does he think I'm a woman? Um, so I said, no, this is makeup, I'm a man. And he said, um, okay, show me a picture of you in your normal self. So I showed him a picture of myself. And that apparently did it. So that was the end of that. But for a moment, for a while, like, I don't know, was the picture that good? I mean, like, see me right now. Do you think I would pass? I get this feeling like nobody is watching these videos. I mean, I have like maybe 7 subscribers, um, but I'm trying. I see it as working towards something, but please spread the news, spread news about this channel. But because I really am working hard at this. Um, how do I look? I know the jaw should be better, but I really want to develop myself. I really want to pass if I can, and I think I'm really excited. I think I'm getting there. Oh, the eyebrows. Oh, so I showed the two women there the picture, and it was a pretty good picture. So then I went to Ulta, and in the back of the store um, there's a barber, and I won't mention his name, but I would go in sometimes. I don't know if I've gone in as Samantha or not, but I've certainly gone in with my iPhone, and I've shown him the picture, and he's been impressed, especially when I had that blonde hair. You can look at my earlier videos to see what I mean by blonde hair. So little by little, and that's where I got that's where I got the eyeshadow. he works with somebody who's really good at makeup. And so, okay, so anyway, she advises people. She's like the go-to person to advise on makeup. Um, so I'm thinking I should pay it off, right? I mean, I come in, I ask for advice, and I show him, you know, whenever I go in and I want to show the person, like he's working hard, cutting hair and so forth, and here I come in, I want to show him, and he's all right with it. Like he says, oh no, that's fine and so forth. And I wait patiently, um, and then I show him the pictures. Um, I feel like I need to pay it back. So I was thinking, where would I go to get like a really professional, feminized eyebrow thing? And this is not going to be like tomorrow. This is going to be like when the hair is all grown in, which is still only a matter of weeks away. Um, so I'm planning on setting up an appointment, and he knows me, and he probably knows why. He already knows me, so it would just be a matter of me coming in and I trust him and cutting, feminizing my eyebrows. And I still have time to debate whether, to decide whether to do that or not. But I think that's the least permanent thing I can do, aside from the pierced ears. And there's really not much else I can do. Let me see if let me see what else. Okay, so I've covered the Gatorade. Oh, buying books. Okay, let me see. Oh, before I get to the buying books, let me share it with you. The Okay, I looked and scrolling through, I found this band. There's a reality TV series, and it is a 5-part TV series about these. It was an experiment. These 4 people. Originally, it was 4, but one of them backed out. 3 guys, English. It's all in England. It's an experiment to get them to look feminine, to cross-dress and form a girl band. And I learned some things. I learned, particularly when I'm watching a video like this, I'm looking for how much eye makeup, how much overall face makeup they put in, because I'm comparing it with myself. Like, am I missing out on something? I know I went through a lot of that early on, well, for quite a while, and I've been, I guess I could put a date to when I started this, around January 30th of 2021. And I'm recording this in on March 2nd, 2024. So that gives you a sense of how much I've grown and advanced since then. The January 30th picture was the earliest picture I've taken that I have with me dressed up. And that was just simply me with a wig. And although I think I looked pretty good, a wig and a feminine shirt and I think lipstick and a bit of eyeshadow. That was it. And I looked pretty good because I wasn't putting on a lot. Now, over time, I get so focused, like I would see Scarlet Business, and I would see all these other really good female impersonators. I've got to mention the female impersonator. Female impersonators and how they, like Jimmy James, who was a Marilyn Monroe female impersonator. He's still active, but he doesn't. He stopped doing Marilyn Monroe when he reached the same age that she was when she died. There was an ethical thing. He didn't want to do her beyond her years, so to speak. So I would see these female impersonators, and I would think I would get into contouring and highlighting, all this stuff on my face, and it's only recently when I realized it's making me look darker. It's making me look more aged. So I quit that. I just stuck to a bit of highlighter here, around here, and in here, and focused more on my lips. This is matte lipstick, by the way. It's a lip liner, and as I said in my previous video, I'm trying to match my skin tone. I'm learning a lot about myself. I'm a medium skin tone with neutral to warm under um, sorry neutral to warm undertones, and my eyes, which colors look best with now what is that green? Is that hazel? I'm trying to figure out what that is. Um, anyway, skin tone. So I started focusing only recently on just developing my eyes, eyebrows, and lipstick. And I think that's doing better for me. And blush, of course, doing better for me. Um, rather than contouring. And plus, it's less makeup. Um, so, all right, so back to the band. Oh, no, I wasn't. Where was I? I'm going to have to come up with a easy thing, like hold this up. I have actually, I got this gargantuan thing, and it's supposed to show, display like a teleprompter, but something with the, something with the iPhone, my iPhone won't match it or something, or iPad, I don't have an iPad, so whatever it is, I figured I could just get away with using this. All right, so the band, right. So the TV show is called Boys Will Be Girls, and it documents in over 5 parts. It documents, the development of them actually performing, and apparently they put out at least 1 CD. So I always watch these female impersonators, what they put on, what they don't put on, and blah 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 blah. Now the other one, there's another one, Temptress. That one, they at least have 1 CD. I don't know about Boys Will Be Girls, but all right. So that's that. I think the other thing I want to share with you is buying UFO books, and that kind of ties in with this. Now I've spent a lot of money just in experimentation and makeup after makeup, and I've saved all my makeup. I haven't thrown any of it away, even though you're advised. Some people Paola, I mentioned before, Girl Time with Paola, Paige or Paola, however whatever name she goes by. She recommended, she advised not keeping your makeup too long because it could develop maybe microbes or something. It's unhealthy. Put the date when you bought it, and the makeup should have like a number M, like 12M would be 1 year, would be 12 months, and don't use it past that date. So expiration date, because makeup does expire. I haven't followed that because I'm cheap, frankly. So I've kept all my makeup, and but I know when I do throw the stuff out that I fine-tuned what works, what doesn't work, so I don't have to buy all that stuff all over again. Now, all right, so buying UFO books. Okay, so in a move, in 2000, end of 2018, my mom had died, and December was a really rough time. That whole year was a rough time. That was the same year I started off with my stroke, and then my mom was more bedridden, and at the end, in October she dies, and then found her deceased in bed, and then I had my birthday. That was October. My birthday is November. And then December 1st, I see a notice saying you have to move out. So I only had a month, and fortunately, I was able to find not this place, but next door. There two apartment complex, two apartment buildings in the same complex. Um, there's a studio. I moved into the studio apartment building next door, and then here, this is, even though it doesn't look like it, this is a one bedroom apartment. So I do all my stuff here. I don't want to move my camera around so much, but this is, now I'm talking like a man. This is more like my normal voice. All right, this is, I gotta get it back up. Okay, this is this is a small. So this room itself, this little section is for my computer stuff. It has a nice desk right over there. I mean, literally, like right here is the foot of my bed. And it goes on, and then that's my closet. And then in the next room, I have all my stuff stored. Okay, so blah, 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 blah. So in the move, I was rushed. I had to leave a lot behind. I had like my Star Wars kits that you put together with glue and a whole bunch of things, games and so forth. I left behind, but I made sure to take all my mom's stuff and just a lot of stuff. For whatever reason, I remember leaving behind. I had a great UFO collection, great UFO and supernatural collection in general. And so now that I'm done with this, I mean, more or less, I got this figured out. In terms of my mental mental health care, I started buying reproduction, buying other copies of the books that I had. Unfortunately, the Walton experience that I only got like for a quarter at a library book sale is online. Like I've seen it on Amazon. I've seen other places for like $800. I know there's a newer version available, and it says it goes by the title Fire in the Sky, but I don't want that, particularly because I think there's a good chance he's changed text, or the book has been edited in different editions. So I want the earlier edition, and I don't know if I'll ever get that again. I hope maybe, because I'm putting it out there for you, maybe some generous donor can help track. That can't be the only copy left, right? The one available online, and then the one that it's probably in the trash now, sadly. But anyway, so when I moved, I was feeling sad and so forth. I at least took steps. I bought Kindle versions of some of the those books. I had like all 14 James Bond novels, and in addition to the ones by later novelists. And so I bought a whole collection. I think it's a whole collection of James Bond, the Kindle version, digital version. But I want to buy the physical books. Now I didn't get rid of all my supernatural books, fortunately, but I want to build back that library. And the next time, I'm not going to be so stupid enough to leave that behind. I was thinking size. I don't know what I was thinking, but like, they were great adult books. They were books. It's funny because a number of them, I had more than one copy, and I don't know what I was thinking. So, so I'm not doing this for a while, and I mean, I'm doing this, but I mean, I'm not going to spend as much money. And fortunately, the new job I have, $2 more, doing it from home, will help me with that. And I don't have that many books really to buy back, and I've already bought a number of them back already. So that's where I am with that. Now, I want to. I've already talked about the fever. I'm feeling that fever, that pink, not pink fever, that fever. Like I want to do this full time. I want to dress up as often, as long as I'm working from home, as long as I'm as nobody can see me, I want to develop this more and more. I have that, like, it's that bonding feeling, and I can get away with it. So I'm going to at least feel, at the beginning at least, I'm going to be dressed up. I plan to be dressed up while at work, and nice dresses and skirts and so forth. Um, I've talked about the weight loss. Um, I guess that's about it. Um, so that's been, let me see how long this video. Ooh, it looks like it's been about an hour. So um, I can't think of anything more. Another shout out to my stylist. I have a second lookbook. They were very fast. Julie Rubenstein or Steen. I've been saving in a special Fox and Hanger folder. I've been on Pinterest. I have a Pinterest account, and again, I want a new lookbook for more professional, like show, like performance on stage outfits, and create a new lookbook for the wardrobe there. So I'm so I'm doing the same thing. I've been saving images that I see on Pinterest in the Fox and Hanger tab, and then she all of a sudden she sends me my new lookbook. And the sad thing, okay, it was bound to come to this. As you can see, I'm really good at my breasts and showing more cleavage. And so I want, as a performer, somebody on stage, I want to show that off. Um, so all the outfits that were sent over were all like up here, and I mean, they look nice sort of, but I want to show this. I'm a man, I want to show this. I know it attracts attention, hopefully. So I sent her a message thinking, okay, I paid for this already, and here's the lookbook that she sent, but I'm the person paying for it, and I'm the customer, so I should speak up. I shouldn't just bend over and just accept this if I don't really feel like I got my money's worth. So all that in my head, so I just said, gee, I'm confident in being able to show my cleavage now, and could we do other outfits, build up do other outfits that do show the cleavage? And she just replied back with one word, absolutely, which made me feel so good. So I'm going to continue working with her on that. Meanwhile, I want to ask her, since I'm a customer, I want to ask her questions about just details that I would need when I go buy my own clothing. Um, and I don't want to just depend on Fox and Hanger, even though I'm giving them plugs in these videos. So anyway, so I want to buy clothing, feminine clothing, build up my wardrobe the cheap way, knowing what to buy and what to avoid. That's the thing. I want to learn from her what things to avoid, like shoulders. Men's shoulders seem more broad. I think I can get away with showing cleavage and so forth. Just things to avoid, like stripes, things that would show off my more manly figure, stuff like that. So I want to get advice from her on that, and while I'm a customer, and so forth. So when I go buy outfits, I guess I'd still do them on Amazon, unless I can figure some way of going into a store and buying them. I guess I can't try them on, really. It would be awkward doing that. But anyway, all right, it's about an hour. I look forward to learning what I have for you next time. So I hope you have a good week wherever you are, a good weekend. Now I'm gonna, a friend is coming over, and she has been repairing my electric keyboard. It's something that I think my mom bought for me, but anyway, it has sentimental value. And my old house, the old house we lived in, it didn't, I guess, mold, I don't want to say mold, but just over time, I guess it built up, so it couldn't, the springs or whatever couldn't work. So she says it's working now, and so she's going to come over and within moments. So she hasn't called yet, but I did hear a beep earlier in the video. So maybe that was her. Anyway, so maybe I wanted to. I did post a video. I tried to post a practice video of me. It was cover songs. It was called like cover song practice number 1, and I figured I could do in the future cover song practice number 2 and number 3, so I can actually practice singing. You got to start somewhere. You got to take those first steps. And I couldn't upload, and I couldn't figure out why. I was able to upload other videos to YouTube, and then I woke up early in the morning, and I figured, okay, I'm just going to take out the word, because I thought maybe it was the transcript. Maybe YouTube, because of copyright infringement, right? Maybe it was in the transcript, it was detecting that I was singing a cover song, and which I don't own the rights to, and I can tell I'm talking in a more masculine voice now. So I figured that was it. So I deleted that portion, but I kept my opening introduction. It still wouldn't go through, and it wasn't that long. It was like 17 minutes. It was like 1 point something gigabytes. So I woke up, I had this realization. I woke up, maybe it's a title, because I named it cover song practice. So you know what? I just saved it again as just song practice 1. It went right through. Granted, that was on a Sunday. That was at 11:15 p.m. But I think I was trying to save the other one. I think it was earlier, Tim. I don't think time of day mattered that much. I think it was the song title itself. So, so from now on, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to find some way other than practicing, uploading cover songs on YouTube. I don't know how other people do it, or do they do YouTube? Do people do cover songs anymore on YouTube? It would be a great way for me to practice. But anyway, all right, I'll find some other way of doing that. I'm really starting to talk in a masculine voice again. Sorry. So I guess that about wraps it up. So that explains the prior video. That explains why it's muted at the end. They were really nice songs. And I picked feminine songs. The first one was Heaven is a Place on Earth, and then Baby Baby by Amy Grant was another one, and Save the Best for Last by Vanessa Williams, I think, was my second one I picked, so forth. Sung by women, very feminine, but not only very feminine, sung by women, but songs that I like a lot. So, all right, so that's it. I'm gonna, I think I've said all I wanted, and tune in next time. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but it'll be really good. So, all right, toodles.